Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving weekend, Black Friday shopping, Cyber Monday, all that fun stuff. And it's December, Christmas is coming, my birthday month. Ooh, 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 ooh. But I'm so excited, and yeah, so I thought I would just like hang out, chit chat with you. I have this product that I want to do a first impressions on. So Casey Holmes is one of like my favorite YouTubers here on YouTube, and she is obsessed with she recently said on Snapchat and recently in one of her videos that she loves the Fiona Stiles matte foundation. So I was in Ulta today and I was just browsing around and I saw that they had a luminous finish foundation, so I picked it up. I did not like match my shade whatsoever. I thought that this was pretty good. This is in the shade 02. 01 was a little bit too pink for my undertone, or for my liking. I don't like pink foundations, like the pinker undertones, so I went with 02. Hopefully it matches. I'm just like, I'm so pale, it's ridiculous. But she's been raving about it. She only has it in her tan shade. I know, like literally, like I'm obsessed with her. She's like one of my favorite YouTubers ever. Oh my god. Oh my god, what do I do? I just opened it. Yogurt went on my shirt. Oh my god. The freaking cap was loose. Do you see this? Okay, well, I'm not too sure if someone messed with the packaging. Look at it. Thank god this was like, this was a $30 foundation. I think that's pretty good. Like, I feel like that's pretty decent. I've been on the hunt for a new foundation, so I'm hoping I like this. After me opening it, I don't really like it. It's funny too because I'm the type of person where it's like I don't pick the very first one behind the product I want. Like, I go like 2 or 3 back. But this time, like the Fiona Stiles like gondola was like so tiny. I was like, okay. And of course people put 01 there, so I grabbed 01 first and I was like, no, this is 1, this is not my shade. So then the next one I just took, like, you know, but I don't know if it's like the fact that it was upside down. I don't know if it's like a packaging default. I don't really know. Okay, well, that's a mess. I'm gonna have to clean that. It looks like I used it like half of my lifetime and I didn't even put on my face yet. I'm glad it didn't get on my shirt. So I just have a few products here that I know how they look on my skin. So you guys have probably seen these products 1,000 times. Not probably, you have seen these products 1,000 times, but it's just because I'm using them because it's a new foundation. So I know the way that they look already and they work on my skin. So I know how it's gonna look. I know that it's going to be the foundation. I know that products lay differently on other foundations, which is 100% true. And, you know, even though if I don't like this, I'm going to keep on testing it out because I think that my issue is because I do have dry skin. I always tend to like say, no, I don't like you, and let go. But like I never give it like a really good chance. So I'm going to give this foundation about a week if I don't like it. But let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and hydrate my skin. I'm going to use the Too Faced Hangover X primer. I'm going to use like 3 pumps of this because I really want to hydrate my skin. And this soaks into the skin super nicely. I normally don't put on foundation first. I usually do my brows first. But since we're trying it out, I figured let me just put it over my skin first. It's just personal preference for me. I like having my brows done first, but it's okay, I can do them. I'm gonna hit like a little bit more, like half of the squirt, because I want my skin to be hydrated, especially like my nose area. My nose, I feel like, has hidden dry patches, like if that makes sense. Like you can't see or feel dry patches, but when I put on a foundation, I feel like it looks dry. Okay, so then I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my Smashbox Photo Finish primer. And I put about this much, if you guys can see that. And I push it in to my skin around this area where I feel like I have more pores, on my nose, and then I put a little bit on my forehead, and then wherever I have texture. So I have some things going on here. I don't really know who invited them to the party. And then I like taking the excess like around on my chin, and then I also like patting it underneath my under eyes. I've been doing this a lot lately with this primer and the Bare Minerals Primetime Primer, and I feel like it smooths out the under eyes and I don't have like as much creasing. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and drown myself in my Smashbox primer water. Just fanning myself. This shirt is from Forever 21, by the way. If you guys haven't seen my clothing haul, I will link it down below. It's like pretty affordable too. I didn't really spend a lot of money, but it was like collective too. I get really nervous with starting with new foundations, so I'm gonna apply one side with a brush and one side with a beauty blender. So do I want to go in with this brush, or the Morphe one? I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M439 brush. This is the Morphe E6. I like this one too, but I feel like recently I've been pulling to this brush more for foundation. So I'm gonna do this side with a brush and then this side with a beauty blender. So I'm gonna put about 2 pumps on the back of my hand. It's a little runny, which I don't mind. So I'm gonna take the brush first. I'm actually gonna, it's super yellow. And I just like pushing it in first. And then once I get it pushed in, I like doing circular motions and buffing it out. I think I'm gonna like it better with a beauty blender. I just like a lot more foundations with a beauty blender. It's just my preferred way of applying foundation. I feel like I don't really, I see a luminous finish, which I think is really, really pretty. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. It doesn't look too bad on my skin. The color isn't actually that bad at all. It's just very yellow in undertone. I kind of like it. It's very light. I'm going to do the other side with the beauty blender, and then I'm going to see if it's like buildable. Beauty blender is just like my preferred way of applying foundation. Oh yeah, like it's so much better with the beauty blender. So much better. Definitely gonna go over this side with my beauty blender. If you have rosacea or anything, I don't think that the luminous one would cover as much, just because it's not really covering any of that. I like it. Ooh. With the brush, I was like, and because I use like 2 different tools like on my face, I use a lot of foundation. Like I use 4 pumps, and I just went in with 1 more on the back of my hand, my beauty blender, to go over to see if it's a little bit more buildable. But if I was just going to use my beauty blender, I'd probably use 3 pumps. So just because I like the coverage. I never really heard of Fiona Stiles. I might have heard about it once. I feel like Kathleen Lights uses this foundation, or has used it in the past. But I personally, I feel like I just saw it in my Ulta too. Like I feel like it was never in there. I probably could have like been completely unaware that it was there, but you know, I think my skin looks so good. I'm gonna drag the excess product down my neck because it is yellow, but I'm just so pale, so I kind of have that issue. All right, I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see what my skin looks like. I hate foundation on my lips. Sorry if you see a little mustache going on there, but I think my skin looks good. Like I did have some texture. It doesn't really feel like tacky. Like a little tacky, but I feel like I don't have to set my whole face, even though I probably will, just because I always touch my face. But I think it looks pretty good on the nose. But I think my skin looks really nice. I don't think it emphasizes like pores or anything. That's like that's kind of like my fear with luminous foundations, because I don't want them to emphasize my pores, because luminosity is going on my pores. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to put my brows on. Like I was just staring in the mirror and I'm like, but it's been like 5 minutes and I feel like this dried down pretty nicely. You still have like a little bit of luminosity, but I don't really know. So let's go ahead and see how it looks with concealer and bronzer and everything on it. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is in the shade Light. AC Homes used the Real Techniques Diamond Sponge, and I've been wanting to try it out, but I don't know if it's like only available online. But it's a part of like the Real Techniques gold medals or bold medals collection, something like that. And I can't find it in my Ulta, any like at least in my Ulta I can't find it. Foundation looks really good with the concealer on top of it. I'm so happy when my brows match, because like not match, but they both like look good. So I always feel like this one looks really good and then this one looks like a delivery like pizza boy. Any creasing, and go ahead and just set my under eye, and everywhere else I put concealer with my RCMA No Color Powder. And then I just take whatever excess product is on my beauty blender and put it and set around my mouth area. I'm thinking it looks really good. I think it looks really good right now, I have to say. Now that I obviously set it, I took like that luminosity out of it, but I still think it looks really good. I'm just going to dust away any excess product. I'm going to go ahead and grab my bronzer, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Looks good. Not going on patchy or anything. I didn't set it, so that's pretty good. It's going on really smoothly. I don't feel like there's patches or anything like that. I don't feel like it's clinging onto one part. I literally went into Ulta for eyelashes and I walked out with a new foundation. I had to control myself. I'm going to go ahead and spray my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I'm going to go ahead and finish off like my eyes and stuff, and I'll be back to give my final thoughts. Okay guys, so I have the rest of my face on. I put some lips, eyes, all that fun stuff. I think this foundation looks really, really good. I do have really dry skin, so any kind of moisture that my skin gets, my skin kind of like sucks it all in really quick. So I think that this looks really great on my skin. It feels like, it doesn't feel tacky or anything. I didn't set the rest of my face. I only set the under eyes, and everywhere else I put concealer, but it doesn't feel tacky to the touch, which I really like, because if it was tacky I'd be like, ugh, like get it off me. But it doesn't feel tacky at all, which I really, really appreciate. I think it looks really, really good. I have super dry skin and I have been slacking on my skincare this week because I haven't really worn makeup, and sometimes I honestly like literally just forget. But I'm gonna keep on playing with this. I really, really like it. Initially I really, really like it, so once I like get going back in with my skin care, and I haven't really like shaved my face. I shave my face, if you guys don't know that. I have a video on it. It's from a little while ago. I'll link it down below in the description box, but I do shave my face and I haven't done it in a while, so I feel like the foundation kind of attached to the hairs because I haven't really shaved them. So I'm going to shave my face. I'm going to mess around with it. I'm going to play with it. If you guys, I will definitely keep you guys updated on like Snapchat and like Twitter and stuff like that. So if you guys don't follow me on any other social media, they'll be linked down below in the description box. But so far I really like this. The only complaint I have is that it was a very, very yellow in undertone, but I think this is a very nice foundation. It was only 30 bucks, and they have a luminous and a matte finish, so take your pick. I'm not too sure if Ulta does samples. That's a really great question. I have no idea if Ulta does samples. That would be pretty amazing though. So I really liked this initially off the bat. Again, I will keep you guys updated. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye!